Come on, YouTube. And yay! Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy, the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Q&A show, the longest running Q&A show out there. And welcome on this Saturday morning. We got a great panel, as we always do, for you guys. If you're new to the show and wondering what this is just where we answer your questions with the best and brightest of content creators out there for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and we sprinkle a little bit of madness, which is known as Reality Skewed Gamers. I'm your host, Ranger J 1999. That little bastard below me is my heterosexual life mate, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the Troll Extraordinaire.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, peoples.
And good whatever. Let's introduce the panel real quick. We've got some awesome people here as usual. We've got the Blunder from Down Under, Mr. Heinze the Preloader himself.
What did you just call me?
The Blunder from Down Under.
I like that. That's not bad. I like that, man. I'm not going to lie. Hey, how are you, Ranger? Morning, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Skills, yo. I'm just
man, you're on fire, bro. I really like that one. That's
what I
Down
do.
Under. I've called worse. That was earlier by the Patreons. But no, it was fun, man. Everything's good. Life's all good. Had a good night last night. A little bit lost with no GAC, of course, but overall pretty good. Thank you.
And then also we have guarding the Rock of Gibraltar with beer and just willpower. We've got the one and only English-Spanish man, Scribe from Scribe Gaming.
How's it going, guys? Good to be here once again.
Yes, indeed. Glad to have you here. And last but not least, we've got Baby Dewey, the clown extraordinaire over there, looking like he's got issues. I think he might have the diabetes. Mr. Good Old Maurice from Operation Metaverse. And apparently just did a mentally damaged Woody Woodpecker. Okay, well that's fantastic. So that's the way to start it. Gom, how are you today, my friend?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good. How's your back, man? I haven't had a chance to.
It is good. Although my neighbor, I just did that outside, and my neighbor gave me a weird look, so I'm back in the house now.
Did you give your neighbor the middle fingers, like I can do whatever I want? If you don't like it, suck my ass. That's what I would have done.
No, we never spoke. So
you never spoke. Okay, so they probably think you are a weirdo.
Yeah, the back's good, man. The back is, I would say, it's 100%. So I'm thank you for asking. It did just did nothing for 2 weeks, and now I'm back at it. So
well, that was the nice part of me. The other thing is I'd like you to apologize to all the skewers for Team Money not having internet working for Thursday.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Nah, I'm kidding. I already explained all that.
She just finally moved. Like, she's been doing it for a couple weeks back and forth, I think. Yep. Yeah, so it just wasn't in the cards for Thursday, but.
And as I told everybody, we'll be there. We'll be there for next Thursday, so you can check us out.
Oh
yeah. So we just got a $5 donation from my guild officer of MC3, Meow Meow, who's always stalking me. I swear, every time I do anything in the game, she's there, just going, "Go on." I'm like, Meow Meow says, "I'm only here for two things: the preload song and Smudge. Where is that handsome Smudge?"
Smudgy, let me go find him. Hang on.
The preload song, Jeepers. No one wants to hear that without actually doing it, do they?
Not right now, no. No, that's bad. Okay, it's bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It's not good. No, we're not doing that. All right, so with that, Finn's going to be a little bit busy the first part of the morning, so I'll be doing all the questions. And if you're new to the show, the way it works, I'll get into that in a second, but Finn has some big announcements that he needs to cover real quick before he starts getting crazy. Dr. Finn, take it away.
Sure. So, big announcements. You guys know what our big announcements typically involve. We are starting up our charity campaign for 2021. It will officially kick off next Saturday, starting with Jedi Academy. So we will be doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday, October 3rd, beginning with Jedi Academy and then working through the rest of the day. Depending how that goes, and I can kind of spoil it, there will be a challenge up. We will also do a 12-hour stream on Sunday, October 4th. If we fill that challenge on Saturday, we'll set up the Tiltify and all of that and get that information in our Discord.
Excuse me.
When it's ready, we'll go ahead and tag everyone because we don't tag everyone a lot on our Discord, but when we do, it's usually for the charity events and the big stuff that we want all the skewers to come out for. But the other thing also, the dates are set now for when we are going to Disney in April. The dates are going to be, we are going to be actually there on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. That is the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will be arriving on the Thursday, but just because that's kind of a travel day, it's hard to make plans. But if you're there on Thursday, we'll try to get you guys in. But 16th, 17th, and 18th, the 16th and 17th, we're going to be in Disney and Hollywood Studios, likely most of the time at Galaxy's Edge. And then on the 18th is the half marathon day. So afterwards, we didn't want to plan a trip in the park. So we're going to be kind of going around Orlando. We'll find some places that we can go and hang out with all of the skewers. And we'll figure that out kind of separately. But thing of note for anyone that has gone to Disney before, it is a little different now because of COVID. You can buy your park passes if you guys would like to join us in Orlando on the 16th and 17th. However, Disney now requires you to specify which park you are going to. So it's not just buying your ticket, you have to specify which park. So if you guys would like to join us in Hollywood Studios, make sure you get your tickets, but then also reserve them specific for Hollywood Studios on the 16th and 17th, or you could find yourself kind of not being able to get into that park because they are making it restricted access to those parks. There's a limited number they're allowing because of all the COVID stuff. So again, 16th and 17th, Hollywood Studios. You guys are going to join us. Make sure you get your tickets and select Hollywood Studios when you can go through the park reservation process. It's not the clearest thing on the Disney site, but you can eventually find it if you look up park reservations. So there you go.
All right. So big thing. So get ready for next weekend. Kicking off our charity campaign. You know, we have raised a lot of money for American Cancer Society and our fight against cancer, because it's all affected all of us, especially us on the me and Finn and other folks in RSG, and you know we're in it to win it. So we're here to kick that ass and eventually do whatever we need to do to help ACS find a cure and get rid of this disease and the way it affects people's lives. So if you want to support that, please get ready for next weekend. We're hoping to raise a lot of money like we always do. However, if you can't, you know, times are what they are, just come hang out. It's a lot of fun. We just hang out during the day. You can help spread the word, or just, you know, just hang out and enjoy what we're doing. We'll have tons of games, tons of guests. It's always a fun time. And you know, we'll have lots of fun stuff that you guys can bid on and all those other stuff. So yeah. That being said, I forgot to mention this, but it's pretty simple how this works on the Jedi Academy. If you have a question, the way it works is you submit it. Submit your question into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual written out statement and question, because we use Nightbot. That's how we filter. So the keyword for filtering is question. It's got to be the first thing you put in front of your actual question statement, or I especially will not see it in the beginning. So if you don't do that, then we will not see it, whether it's me or Finn. So if you want your question answered, please, by all means, put it in. We've got a great panel, and you know, you can ask specific questions to specific people, or just general questions, and we'll go around the corn. There's all kinds of fun ways to interact, but if you don't do it the proper way, in the proper format, that's on you, not us. So just throwing that out there. All right, so we got a lot of questions coming in already. Holy Jesus. I must have missed the the thing where it says, oh boy, woo, look at all those questions. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so I'm getting that in. Finn had to go, is doing stuff right now. He'll be back. He's here, but he's going to be off and on here, but not here, as he's getting stuff done at his house. So for about 45 minutes, I'll be initially doing the questions, and then Finn's going to jump back in and help out here in a little bit. All right, we like to go around the corn and just ask the folks here what's on their mind. I think we've all been at nauseum, talked about it, felt it, looked at it, squeezed it, hugged it, called it names. The new requirements for both the new Emperor and Jedi Master Luke. We'll start with the backbreaker himself, good old Maurice. What are your thoughts on the requirements? And where are you with your requirements? And who are you going for?
I got very, very lucky with the requirements.
Same
I
here.
I think if the whole Jedi Knight Luke didn't scare you off Luke, you're still pretty pumped. Like I think Jedi Knight Luke, I guess, is the deal breaker for Luke. Palp, I feel like Palp's final bit was pretty good. Like I feel like that's what I actually have, but I feel like that's it's a little better than the other two. Like there's no Royal Guard, no Krennic. I know a lot of people probably don't have Veers and Starks, but you'll be pleasantly surprised with that team once you get it up and running. Like if you're going, like if you have like Gear 11 troopers, you're gonna be really, really surprised with how good they end up being once you get those characters done. So I think it's the final requirements I liked a lot. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did.
Very, very
I
gift,
did
if
too.
you will.
Yeah, I did too. I really liked that they took a couple more characters that were required for Jedi Master Luke and made that as part of the requirement for Jedi Master Luke, so that if you do go for it and you do get Luke, you got a few characters that will cross pollinate with each other, and that's not even including the Relic 7 Ray. If you got old GL Ray there. Heinze, what are you thinking?
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, I pretty well echo what's going around the place at the moment. I think that the requirements are solid, but if you're a seasoned veteran player of this game early on, you at least have the majority of them at a reasonable level. There's no doubt. If you're going after Luke, love the overlap. If you're going after Jedi Luke, absolutely. Regard to Palp, not too bad. Obviously, there's the Krennic requirement. That's your Rose Tico this time around, ladies and gentlemen. He's certainly one that you have to farm that you're probably not really going to use too much at this stage. It'd be cool if he gets a touch up because, my man Ben Mendelsohn, Mendo, the Aussie Empire boy, thank you very much. Get him working and singing real well. That'd be great. But personally, I'm actually a bit thrilled about it. I'm in a good position. I've got Luke ready to go. I'm all done on Luke. I've got the requirements all sorted. I've only got 4 more characters to go on Palp's side. They're all Gear 12 at the moment with a couple of pieces on here and there. So I'm in a pretty good position overall to go after both of them, certainly.
Yeah, I did some for Piet. He's 5-star on his way to 6. I'll just get him out of the shard store. I'm not in a rush for Palpatine. I mean, all the other characters are ready to rock and roll, like you said, Heinze, but nah, not in a big rush. I'll get Piet when I'm damn well good and ready, and I'll get Palpatine when I'm damn well good and ready. Scribe, what are your thoughts, my friend?
GL requirements. I think if we look back before we got any of the announcements, I don't think these kind of how it played out. I don't think it's how people were expecting it to. I don't think anybody was expecting Palp to be full of these like old trashy characters, apart from Piet and stuff like that, and Luke being basically a massive legendary gear grind. I thought we were going to expect something a little bit more what we saw from the first set, just like very thematic based, very high requirements. So it took me by surprise, certainly. Well, Palp's requirements more than Luke. But Luke still had a few curveballs in there. Wiggs, I think, was maybe not incredibly surprising, but not what I would have assumed we would have got over the likes of like Farm Boy or CLS or anything like that, or even Akbar, Crew. I was expecting Crew to be there. And as for my grind, my Palp grind is nowhere near anywhere good. But my Jedi Master Luke grind is coming along. I've got a lot of the requirements thanks to gearing up for Jedi Knight Luke, which I narrowly missed. But I'll be ready in like 3 months' time when he loops back around. So yeah, I'm okay. Not great, obviously, because I think the actual GL event is probably going to kick off relatively soon in the next couple of weeks, if I was to guess. So I'm going to be waiting a while.
That's all right. All right. Anything else? No. Oh, I'm sure we'll get to it when we get to questions. So let's start rocking and rolling. First question from Darthsign 1972, kicking us off. It's for you, Gom. And the question is, for Gom, it's not October quite yet, so it's not time for Halloween. What's up with the scary cross-dressing doll as your background?
Oh, that's me.
There you go. Science.
That's me as a young lad.
Oh, someone else who just popped in. We've got the harem builder himself, the lightsaber and sexy Buddha extraordinaire. Loki is here. Loki, what are you doing up so early? Loki? There he is, and he's muted. Check your mic. Check your mic, Loki. You're over there kung fu fighting, speaking right now. Very good. I've come to kick your ass right now. My fist of fury will dominate you. Loki, you're muted.
How's that?
That's...
Hey.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
You've got terrible something going on. Say something again, Loki.
My like.
Your mic is getting feedback. Like it's
Alright, give me a
not
minute.
plugged in right or something. See, this is what happens when Loki is taken out of his natural environment and woken up too early. It leads to horrible things. So we'll come back to Loki. Loki, when you're good, give me a thumbs up. I'm looking. All right, let's go to the top. We have a fun question here for you. Right off the back, man, the skewers and fans are just going bananas here. Scribe, first question. We're going to start with you and we'll start working our way around. Question for Scribe from Utah. Cake or pie?
Ooh, that age-old debate. For me, this is a very, very simple answer. It's pie every day.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no question.
Okay, so next question. We're just gonna go through. There's specific questions to people, so we'll just do it. Heinz's next one. Question.
Yes, sir.
From Darson 1972 says, Heinzie, can we do a GC together between all the preloading you do and all the preloading I did last GAC round? We can drink a Foster's for each preload. I'll drink you down under the table.
You can drink that all you like because that stuff tastes like my share as well, bro.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. I unfriend you. Deadpool Kyle, question for Gom and Scribe. So for both you guys, with all the requirements released for Emperor and Luke, which character, kit reveal bearing, seems to be the easier character? Only Shard Farms are the new characters for me.
Gum, do you want to go? Or?
I don't really understand the question. He's saying things are released, so
minus the kits. Like, what do you think is going to be the easier character to get? I'm assuming is what he's referring to.
I think
it's
without
Palpatine.
knowing the kits at all, I mean, you can't really I guess he means the event itself.
Could be.
I'm not sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 50-50. I personally, as a veteran player, I feel that Luke is way easier to go for. But for a newer player, Palpatine might be a little
Much
easier.
easier. Much easier.
100%. There's so
there's
many legendary
trade-offs.
requirements for Luke that newer players will not have the roster. It's going to take them a lot longer because you're going to need to get Ewoks for 3PO, you're going to need to get Bounty Hunters for Chewie, then you're going to need to do the CLS event, you're going to need to get R2, you're going to need to then push on, you need to get Jedi Knight Luke, which is a massive grind on top of it already. Yes, there's a lot of crossover, but there's also the two Get characters, the Get 1 characters, Wampa, Hoda. Like, these take a long time.
Han.
Exactly. Hoth Han and
regular
Raid Han.
Yeah, Raid Han,
It's
and
just
then
like-
Rolo. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a big ass grind. Palps is definitely easier. However, even for a new player, I would have a hard time recommending going for Palps because you will not have the roster depth that you get from Jedi Knight Luke. I would advise going for Supreme Leader Kylo before going for either of these, to be honest, if it was your first GL.
Well, we still have to see
but-
the kits, though. That's the thing that we
Exactly.
I've been
This
telling,
is
I've
definitely
been
way
telling
on the
everybody to
kits.
hoard and just kind of chill and let's see first because we just don't know what the kits are going to be. Could be Palpatine's a little bit better than
100%.
Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in that regard. So
Yeah, Could
but,
be. We don't know, do we?
Yeah, so we're kind of in limbo. I think we're gonna get the kit next week, and then the week after we're gonna get the actual event going on, which is what I expect. Because I think it was the last Galactic Legends. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. We got the announcements, and then a week later we got the kit reveals, and then a week later we got the event popping off, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't see the timeline shifting in any other way with that. All right. So everybody's had a fun question. Let's start from the top again and see if we can get in here and get some stuff answered. Darsign, no, we just did that one. No, we haven't done that one. Okay, so this is a question. I'm putting this to everybody. We're gonna start with you, Scribe. Loki, are you there yet? Did you fix your shit? Are you still do you need some coffee?
No, how's it sound now?
No,
Okay.
it's still if you go and listen to this stream, you can hear bzzz in your background. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a loose wire or something.
All right, let me figure it out.
Bzzz. buzzing of the bees with Loki. All right, Darstein 1972. Let's start with you, Scribe, and I'm going to give this one to everybody. Question: with GAC expanding to 2 fleets, how will this affect us since the game likes to crash during fleet battles? Oh boy.
Yeah, well, how will this affect us? This will mean more crashes, more battles, more chances of crashing.
Oh boy. You know how many full clears and wins I've lost because of that crap?
Yeah,
Stupid.
it's
I've lost 2 because
disgusting,
of
isn't
that.
it? Yeah, and I don't know if it's the game or if it's the emulators or if it's
I don't know.
I don't know about you guys, but I very, very rarely play on my mobile phone anymore. I usually just use it on my computer with an emulator. I use BlueStacks, used to use Nox, but I'm not sure if the stability issues are also present if you just use it from your Apple or your Android or your iPhone or whatever. So
yeah, I blame Finn.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, there's the issues of the crashes. That's one part of it. The other thing is too, not so much for Division 1. I don't give a shit, right? I mean, I hate Fleet, but I get it, right? It didn't really bother me that it was Division 1, but then I looked at Division 2. I was like, God dang, man, Division 2. I mean, that's brutal.
I feel that pain. I've got 4 million GP, and there's no way I can put 2 defensive fleets and have 2 offensive fleets that are actually going to do anything.
I didn't understand.
I'm just going to say for
that.
offense because I'd rather get the full clear.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, Heinze, what do you think about this? I mean, sure, it's 2 fleets. I don't care. I'll just do what I normally do. But for Division 1, Heinze, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I hate ships, and I wish they'd expand characters out more. But it is what it is. We'll just rock and roll. But Division 2, I don't understand that one. Maybe can you explain this to me like I'm a 4-year-old? Why Division 2 as well?
I can't explain it, man. But one thing I will say is that they probably should have done something before they decided to go 2 fleets. And that one thing is something we've talked about from time and time again here, guys, that they should have given us a new resistance tank ship. They should have given us a new first order tank ship so that both of those fleets are actually a lot more viable than they currently are. At least ones. You have 2 offense, 2 defense ships that you can chop and change and mix and match and strategize with, which I just, at the moment, I just don't believe we have that. I really don't. And look, it's quite annoying, quite frustrating that we've already got the 2 fleets out without rounding out some of the fleets we already have in the game. It just seems strange. It's it's like having 3 customers, isn't it? It's the same thing. It's just weird.
Yeah, we have 43 ships in total, I think. So if you do 4 of each, it's 28. So I mean, and they're not complete. A lot of those fleets are have all the ships, and then the other ones is like a mix. You're gonna have a mix mash and stuff. I mean, for people that love fleets and stuff like that, hey, more power to you. But the thing is,
I can't understand why, because obviously it's a little bit more of a challenge. I get the concept. And the concept I understand completely, especially at the higher end rosters, because you've got the toys sitting there anyway. They're sitting on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
It makes. But what I'm getting at is that we both know that the most viable fleets are both Malevolence and then Negotiator. I mean, anything else really under that, they're just going to struggle. They really are. So I think a lot of people are just going to put both of them on defense and then just see if they can scratch out a win on the other side, and they automatically get an advantage. It really comes down to that. And as I said, concept wise makes sense. I mean, you want to stretch your roster. That's the whole idea. You want to challenge your roster against someone else's. I totally understand that. But I just think you needed to round out the fleets that aren't complete yet before you did that. That's what I find strange. Yeah. And if they're going to do it soon.
All right, Gom, what do you
interesting as well? Sorry to jump
Go
in.
ahead, Scribes.
We don't know if this is going to change the layout of the map. I think it'd be quite interesting if they start throwing in fleet in a middle row, in a middle column. So you've got like squads, fleet, squads at the back, forcing people to fight fleet regardless to try and get through to back walls. If they just have like the fleet section, have 2 fleet squads like you see in Territory War or whatever, I think that'll be a little bit boring. I'm hoping they just try and mix it up a little bit. Sorry to jump in there.
No, that's cool. Dom, I'm going to get you in this conversation. What are you thinking about all this stuff, brother? Your thoughts on the expansion of 2 fleets and things of that nature, like we've been discussing?
Well, that would be cool if they just kind of rotated where the zones were instead of just having the same board every time. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think, like me personally, Ranger and I exchanged a few messages back and forth, and like I am personally super pumped for my GP, but I can see how it's going to be a little overwhelming for those in Division 2. I think down the road, I think people really start. I think getting into a good, it doesn't have to be like a top tier, but just an organized guild to get your get to. I think that's going to be very important because 4 million. I can't imagine too many people have, a maxed out one of those ships or both. Like I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but that's pretty early for 4 million.
Well, I'm at 4 million. I've got a maxed out negotiator fleet.
Yeah,
and I've got kind of like trashy rebels. Like the Millennium Falcon's good, but Akbar is like gear 9, and the rest of the fleet is trash. So it's kind of like, yeah.
I think
it'd be hard, man.
I really think Division 2. You should have 2. At least you might not have if you don't have a get 2 one, you're in trouble. But if you don't, you got 2 fleets. I'd imagine people would just keep one good one, place another good one, and then just place complete garbage in the other ship, which is stupid. But it's going to give a huge advantage to those like yourself that have a really decked out fleet. I don't think you're going to be facing too many with both. Like I don't know. If you guys are 4-man GP and have both ships, that's pretty impressive, and you're better than me. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't think for the beginning of GSC I'll have Malevolence, but I just got like a bunch of ships done. Vulture Droid's about to be 7. I just got Hyena Bomber to 7, so I'll have the Malevolence fleet. I'm thinking I'm going to put like Holdo and Malevolence down as my 2 fleets and keep Home 1 and Negotiator for offense is going to be my plan moving forward. Or maybe I keep Negotiator and Malevolence and put like the Rebel fleet down because I've got Y-Wing rocket and rolling and use that as the fleet and then go with Hold on defense and just keep Negotiator and Malevolence on offense. That kind of stuff.
I think those that relicked Biston and Scarecrow Pathfinder, I think this is your time. You have a huge advantage in ships. Like that ship will really make that Rebel fleet with that new bomber.
Y-Wing? Good Lord.
It's competitive. Yeah, you can take out certain GKs. You can. I'm not Malevolence that they would go too hot, but GKs, people they try to be funny and place both GK and Malevolence. I've got like a soft counter for GK and the Rebels. So like fast Biston goes. I know it sounds ridiculous. It's very in game, but I think it's like 11 relic levels on the 2 pilots. Mm-hmm. Your Biston's U-Wing goes before an R7 Ahsoka Fulcrum ship, and that is huge. At least in my opinion.
Is it faster than Umbaran?
Oh, it is not faster than 5. No, I'm not taking. I'm not putting any more relics on those guys. That's enough. So
mine are Gear 11 SRP and Bistan, and that was enough for me during the MILF meta. But these days, if I want to take it against Negotiator, I've got to go more. I've got to go deeper than that.
I don't think at 4-man GP. I don't think you have to worry about that anytime soon, man. Like it's
true, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. Yeah, I'll be very interested to see what comps people come up with. Maybe we get like a usable Empire comp. Like maybe somebody figures out some combination that works. Good defensively, good banner. Just at very least, just steal some banners.
Yeah, I'm working on the bomber as well. Even at 5 stars, I'm gonna before GAC starts. I'm just gonna take all my ships to whatever level they need to be at. I'll put the Thrawn, Empire team down with the bomber and Vader and the TIE fighter and all that stuff. I'll put that down on defense. I don't care. Give someone something to think about. Because they do have a taunting tank now. It's really the 2 newer ones. It's Finalizer and Holdo. Now Holdo you can use some other ships like Ebon Hawk and Lando's Millennium Falcon. If you want to use it for offense or I prefer it on defense just because it's such a pain in the ass to deal with. Because it can take manners from the other team at least to make your score not as good. So I kind of like Holdo on defense for what the ships that I'm using for right now. But we'll see. I really think they needed to expand ships more. And I was really shocked. I mean, ships, yes, but we've got all these characters and we're only going to be placing what? Are we going to be placing one less team on defense? With the ships coming in, or is it going to be an additional slot for a ship and then the same amount of
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
There'll be 2 ship slots. There'll be 2 ship slots in that zone.
Yeah, but are they subtracting one of the character teams?
And the other side of it as well. Now that we've got more ships, that is additional banners that you get for setting defense, additional banners that you get for defeating a zone, which means they're probably going to adjust how much banners you need to hit Kyber. So that's probably going to go up.
Good.
And if you
too
don't
easy to make Kyber anymore. You lose. I could have lost 5 times last time and still make Kyber. Like, that shouldn't be the case.
Well, it depends if you're full clearing or not. If you're not full clearing, then you're not going to get Kyber if you win. If you have some losses. But yeah, I mean, I made Kyber no problem, but I full cleared everything but one round, and that was just because I had a bad luck with the negotiator fleet in the first round. I mean, I could have got the win, but it just went to crap real quick. But I full cleared every round, so even though I went 9-3, one was a tie, the other one just went crazy and scored like 1930 to my 1924. I was like, God dang. Like, you cleared both the Galactic Legends to do that? God bless you, have the win. That's fantastic. Like, I don't know how you did it with the roster you have, but you did a great job. So yeah, I mean, maybe they could up it a little bit. I don't know. It's up to them for the mass. We're not here for the mass. We're just here to answer the questions. So, all right. Let's get to some more questions here. Space Cadet question: as a newer skier, what is the story behind the Eternal Twins jokes? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Okay. Since you're new, Space Cadet, I'll explain it. It started off as I've done a lot of lore videos. Haven't done one in a while, but I've done lore videos for the channel, and you can check those out. The thing is, back in the day, I can't remember who started. I don't know if it was Thane or somebody. I would get a lot of questions about lore, and started getting about the Eternal Twins, and like I answered it, and then they just kept doing it, and they just kept doing it to the point I'm like, Jesus Christ. So it's become this thing where it's always spoofing me about the Eternal Twins, and I even did a lore video about them as part of our charity campaign, and they still hit me with the Eternal Twin stuff, mainly just as a way to piss me off. But it's from the Old Republic, Arkan and Vexen, and I like the characters. I mean, I played the hell out of the Old Republic, but that's kind of its emphasis. I'm sure there's more, but that's just your basic understanding of it. Deadpool Kyle question for Heinz. Deadpool Kyle question for Heinz. So even before attack phases begin, how many teams have you preloaded?
Just talking about how jokes get stuck in.
That's why I did it this way. I'm so slick.
TW is a whole different beast than GAC. GAC is my release mechanism, and I do silly stuff, and I drink too much and carry on like an idiot. That's fine. When it comes to TW, it's all business, baby. Mm-hmm. It's all business.
Let's see here. This one, we're going to go with you, Gom, first, and then we'll go around the corn, because this really... Scribe, were you with me on the lunch stream yesterday?
Yeah, I was.
We saw this. Darstein 1972 question: can anyone explain to me how to get the health feat in galactic challenges? My whole guild is literally banging their head against the wall. I said F that and just got 3 stars and everything. Got the undersized feat and all that stuff, and I was like, I'm not dicking with this. If you guys are dicking around with it, we'll go through first, Gom. How do you get that stupid health achievement? If you even tried it, do you care? What do you got for me, Gom?
I actually haven't done the newest galactic. Is that one of the feats?
Yes, it's stupid.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. So I don't know. You guys, please.
Anybody behind you? Did you try it?
No.
Is my mic working now?
Yes, there's Loki.
perfect.
Yay!
Okay.
Loki.
So very nice.
So nice.
So nice.
So nice. All right, Hindy, have you attempted the heal your Sith ability in the galactic challenges?
Not really. No,
Yeah,
I haven't got. Look, I haven't even actually got into the galactic challenge yet, to be honest.
Slacker's waiting for. Good lord.
No, I've just been busy, mucking around with the Grizzly session last night and all that sort of stuff, man.
Y'all could have been working on that and giggling your
doing
asses
enjoyable
off.
stuff.
Yeah, y'all could have had a lot.
That's it. But no, I said we're going to do it live, and everyone said, "Screw that! We'd rather play Among Us instead." So it's like, okay,
I don't blame him, man. But this new stuff is ridiculous. Scribe, did you try it yet, or make an attempt at it?
I am going to do a bit of shameless self-plugging here.
Okay.
I actually uploaded a video earlier today on my channel that goes over how to get those stun guns. So go check out my channel, boys. You know you want to. Yeah. Secret is Malik Lee. Doesn't matter what gear he is. and really weak Sith. It's stupid. If you've overgeared your Sith, you can't do the event.
I'm host.
Yep.
Mine are
It's like-
overgeared.
This is what we were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? We were saying
I know.
like the concept of it is cool, like where it actually makes you think and play differently. That's great.
Sure.
The execution was trash
Yes.
because if you've overgeared your Sith, you can't do it on the lower tiers. It's like,
Yeah.
Why?
It's crazy. Loki, have you
It's making you not farm them.
oh boy.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Loki, have you given this a shot? Have you done any of this healing, wholesome goodness in the Galactic Challenges for Sith?
Yeah, no, I agree with Scribe. It's you got to put health tech on Malik, and then you drain life a bunch of dudes, and you get your health back. But yeah, I ended up pulling mods off. I think some of my guys, and then it was fine. Even though I have like gear
Pulling
13
mods.
dudes, but just pull your mods off, and then
Oh my
should be okay. You'll
God.
find the right.
this is the level we've reached.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I put Savage as one because my Savage is only gear 12, and then he gets a bunch of health back with his healing over time and all that. So it all worked out. But yeah, Malik is key on it. Malik and Watt, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, if you're a lower player, you don't even like. Oh my God! No wonder people are banging their head against the wall. What if you don't have Watt, and you're trying to do this? You just haven't. You're just.
Good
you're-
luck.
Yeah.
Then no, denied.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I mean, yeah, I was kind of like, okay, well, that's a cool concept, and then I'm like, wait a minute, Sith Hill. Wait a minute. What is this shenanigans? I was like, wait a minute. Hill the Sith? Who came up with this? Oh, CG and your silliness. What are we going to do with you guys? I swear. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's go to you, Lucky. We'll give you a question now that your stuff's working. Stonewall says, question: what is the best Padme team comp for Lightside TB and mod recommendations? What do you got there, Locomotive?
Which light side?
Lightside TB, the Padme team comp.
Which one, Geo or?
No, Lightside.
Oh, they can only be in Geo. Sorry.
I'm going to stab you. I just said
It's,
Lightside
7:30,
GOTB.
man.
Lightside GOTB. You mean the Geo one? Yeah.
I'm tired, man. What is it? You need I think you need C3PO. She definitely needs, or he needs to be on the team because he's got to take the taunt away from the Magna Guards and stuff like that. And then you need big hitters for the sniper droids. Take them out. So I mean, I would go like Padme, and then probably General Kenobi, C3PO, and then I like actually. I mean, you can run Anakin. I think I run Anakin on another team, but I run like Grandmaster Yoda or Ahsoka, so you can dispel the taunt. So I think the flex spot is the number 5 spot, which is either Grandmaster Yoda or Anakin. Anakin's going to have more synergy, obviously, because of Padme and Snips. But then the problem I have is Anakin dies pretty easily.
Yeah.
But Yoda kind of helps with the buffs and all that stuff, and you can flex that 5th spot right there. But I think the core is going to be Padme lead, GK, Snips, and C3PO.
Okay. And how are you modding those characters?
Well, if you're gonna throw Anakin in there, I mean, you can throw a bunch of health on him so he survives. He just has to survive in between the big hits and the AOE's and stuff, and survive long enough to get the protection up from Padme. But Padme is just all health, speed, health primaries, health sets with the speed secondaries, and then GK's just normal health. I think the more health I think he has, then her protection up gives more protection. So you kind of want that. And then Snips, same thing, just like health sets, but then have like critical damage triangle and maybe offense cross. And then C3PO is probably just all potency. So potency set with you want health primaries, potency set, and then just maybe speed secondaries on it. You're good.
Yeah, I always run 3PO with.
It's worth noting as well that in the later phases, when you've got the special ability, the bombard ability.
Yeah.
If you use that when it's C-3PO's turn, he'll actually use up his stacks of courage.
Yeah.
And he usually has like 35 stacks of courage, so you can like one shot something big and nasty and get them out of the way. So, like, save your event ability in the later phases for when you're using C-3PO. To get the most out of it.
Yeah, C-3POs. I mean, I don't think you can do it without. You can't do it without C-3PO because you need the confuse, and then you need like that second.
Well, the translation gives you additional health as well, doesn't it? It gives you like plus 10 or 15% health and additional armor penetration. It's super useful.
Right.
Yeah. Or is it? Dun dun dun. All right. Let's see here. Yuta question for the new charity Saturday. For the new charity stream Saturday, is there a Gom Dance challenge for another stream? I don't know if Finn told you, approached you about doing some more What a Well wants on the floor there, Gom.
No, whatever I can do to help you guys, just let me know.
Yeah, message Finn and we'll coordinate that because we'll be on the Jedi Academy and stuff. So
something to do a few weeks ago. I said I'd get this like what is it? A Padme midriff Padme outfit or something. I don't remember what I agreed to.
I said, get with Finn. Y'all work that out. I'm just there to watch it, laugh, and make and raise money for charity because I can't.
I'd donate for that. I don't know about everyone
get
else.
ready to because next Saturday we'll start the stream with the Jedi Academy for our 12-hour plus stream.
And, no way.
Yeah,
cool.
We always start with that. We always have Gom and
I didn't know
while
that.
we're doing the Jedi Academy. It's really more that one's a fun one where we're just answering questions here and there, but it's more about like people donating for Gom to do these ridiculous dances. Like,
is it next week? Is the actual dancing?
Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if my back. I don't know if I can.
Well, let's not do the worm, but we can do all the other fun little ones.
Yeah, the simple one.
Yeah, when you're standing, right?
I don't think I need to be doing the worm.
No, we'll save that for another time because we still have the GIF. That GIF is never going away. All right. Let's see here. Question. This is a good question. I'm just going to throw this out to everybody. From What Else 23 question, what do you think CG will announce next week? Seems like they're kind of on a roll lately. I think we're getting the kit reveals next week.
100%.
Anybody else disagree with that or want to add something else that they may be putting out there?
Maybe they'll announce some of the big, huge stuff that they've got planned for November, that they said is going to be a massive month for them. Maybe we'll get a bit of that. But I think I'm with you 100%. We're getting the kit reveal next week.
Yeah, I think that's what we're getting. Heinze, Gom, Loki, any other things we might get, or you think it might be different? What are you thinking?
I think if they made any changes to this type of event, I think they'll release that maybe first. I hope they didn't just... Hopefully they did something else for this event. Even if it's the same thing, I hope it's just, I hope they put some thought into it. It's a little different. Because that'd be pretty lame if it was just like the same exact thing.
How are they going to do paper, rock, scissors like they did before? Please, God, please not paper, rock, scissors.
Please burn that in the fires of hell.
Please, God.
Well, if you do it, but see, this was different because I don't think... I mean, Palpatine and Luke never really...
No, they didn't.
...interacted, so you can't really have...
They did in Return of the Jedi... But that was way.
Well, they'll clearly do they'll do the scene on Crate where Luke is fighting crew, right? Mm-hmm. And then they'll do the throne room scene where you've got
Palpatine,
and Rey with
the
lightning crap. Mm-hmm. That's surely that will be the final tier, or that will be the dual tier that they do. Surely,
I don't know.
What they could do that final race, the final Palpatine scene. You could GL Kylo and GL Rey could be required for it.
Oh God!
Surprise, bitches!
Surprise!
We did say it was subject to change.
Get this guy off! Don't give him ideas. For the love of God, get him off! Don't give him ideas.
Oh Lord! Oh Jesus! All right. Anybody else? Thoughts? Yes? No? Maybe so. All right. We'll move on. All right, what else? 23 question. We just did that one. All right, Heinz, I'm going to go to you with this next question. The Dr. Jojo 1984 says, question, there are 11 ship tanks. We all know Houndstooth is OP, and Rex isn't really exactly a tank, but that's still 9. With 2 fleets, will 2 fleets start to make some of the lesser used tanks like the Extinction class bomber useful? What do you think on this one, Heinz?
Look, any tank's going to come in super useful. Absolutely.
For fleets, you bet your ass it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hope you've been farming them like me.
You're going to need every tank you can get, and that's my point exactly that I made early on, that we're missing two. We really are missing two, in my opinion. I think that would be something that should have been brought in before they brought the extra slots in. I think that's a given. But yeah, no, look, every tank you've got is going to come in very, very useful in one way, shape, or form in a lineup somewhere, because, I think you're going to struggle to sort of fill a lot of those slots anyway with a full complement that's viable and solid. So be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any thoughts on this one?
Well, it's worth noting that a lot of the tanks for ships don't really operate as tanks. Like they said, Rex is not really a tank. Umbaran Starfighter is not really a tank. What else have you got? Let me have a look. Clone Sergeant. Well, that's the other side of it as well. Like Galactic Republic and Negotiator's Fleet has Clone Sergeant. It's got the BTLB, hasn't it? It's got Rex. It's got Umbaran Starfighter. So out of 11 of those tanks, 4 of them go in Kenobi's fleet, and half of those 4 aren't actually tanks. So it's kind of like we need something else, or people need to start splitting up their tanks to go into different fleets and either short manning or finding different layouts to try and figure out how to do this efficiently. We need more ships. And we need a variety of ships across different factions.
Yes, we do. All right. Next. Oh, God. Another question for you, Heinze, before I move on. Darksign 1972, question for Heinze. How many teams do you have for offense for TW? Asking because I hope you have that many teams to clean up all the preloading after using your Mel offensive teams.
Okay. The last score I made on the last TW was, I think, 284.
That's a week.
Works for me.
Okay.
I'll take it. So at the end of the day, all jokes aside, TW is a whole different beast for me. That's a lot more concentration. I'm sober to start with, so that's a bonus. And it's certainly something that we take a lot more seriously than the Harpoons and Beer or the GAC sessions.
Yeah. Nathan H., we're going to go to you, Loki, on this one. You still with me, Loki? You haven't passed out? You drinking coffee?
Oh, good, man.
Okay. Nathan H., question. How effective are Night Sisters with Nest on defense? Do you prefer Nest or Spirit?
I mean, Nest can give you it's kind of a curveball, but it's not terribly bad anymore with the teams that'll probably go in against it. So I would probably save Nest for another team and just put Spirit on it if you're gonna lay the Night Sisters down.
Yeah, I think Spirit's really good, and the Night Sisters, they can get holds, but I usually use it just for, if I can, just when it's a good team on defense. It's good on offense too, but it can't take manners away. It's just designed.
I think they're better on offense. I mean, with all the GLs now, you can use them as a cleanup team, with like Supreme Leader Kylo. Or,
sure.
If you got like if you mess up on a Darth Revan team, you can take in Night Sisters. So right now, I prefer them for offense, but if you're going to put them on defense, then just go full Night Sisters and then save Nest for a Scoundrel team or some other. You could throw Nest on a Bounty Hunter team or something and use her that way. So
yeah. All right. Let's see. Question for Gone from Nightmare. It says, question: Which is more weird, drinking beer out of someone else's shoe or a dude faking an orgasm? I don't even know why this is a question.
Well, I mean,
if you have thoughts on this one, Gom, or no thoughts, I'm good with either.
Well, to try to put it as PG as possible, the only way you can fake an orgasm if you definitely were wearing a condom, right? Like,
yes.
I don't really want to.
That's as far as you need to go. I got you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And I forget the other one. Fear of a shoe. Depends on the shoe.
Yeah. I mean, if it's someone's work shoe that they've had for 5 years, I don't know why I'm be drinking beer out of that. But if it's a lady's shoe and she just took it off and said, hey, I got some wine or beer in here, I'm like, well, all right.
I don't know, man.
That's
Can
really
I,
the idea of a shoey
Women
started.
get the rank foot too, man. Not
Yeah.
all women have like their feet don't smell like petunias.
Yeah,
like
but they
it's
always get manicures and pedicures and boys are putting lotion and stuff. I mean, men, we just, oh boy.
Can I just drop in on the whole drinking out of a shoe thing? It is an Australian custom for an Australian Formula One driver by the name of Daniel Ricciardo to drink champagne out of his shoe on the podium if he places in the top 3 spots. So the shoey is actually a custom by many Australians down here, which are known as bogans. You guys would call them rednecks. That's basically where.
Okay.
yeah.
We'll go with that.
I'm sorry if that was a little bit rude or insensitive. I do apologize.
For
but,
what?
Any of my comments, but it is what it is.
People that are rednecks in the U.S. are proud that they are rednecks in the U.S.
Well, no, there's pretty proud bogans down here, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action down here from the 80s still
Hey,
loading
it's a
around.
title they wear with pride, and hey, more power to them,
that's
man.
the uniform. It's a uniform, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. Question for me. Darsign1972 says, question from Ranger. How many times will Finley get the Shiv at Disney? We really should set up a Shiv Finn Disney challenge for the ACS. Well, let's message Finn and make that happen, Darsign, because if it comes from me, he's going to argue with me. But if it comes from all you guys, the fans, and say, hey, if you do this, we'll donate toward it. Yeah. Let's do it.
Maybe you could go into Galaxy's Edge and instead of build a lightsaber, it can be build a shiv. to
Yeah.
get Finn.
Or a lightsaber Shiv.
Ooh.
Oh.
But I did promise Maz, the lovely Maz Kanata, that if we Shiv Finn, we can only hit non-vital areas. So we can't kill him.
Like
We
his
can-
brain.
Yeah, that's a non-vital area. I'm thinking more along the spleen, maybe the kidney, fleshy parts, where...
The good thing is he could tell you where to put it. I mean, he's just saying, he's got the knowledge. Just say,
it's
yeah,
really
just
not up to him.
bit more to the left.
There's
That'd be great.
That defeats the purpose of the shivving. We don't want someone who's going to
Sure.
shiv to say, "Oh, by the way, can you just stab me in the fleshy part of my arm?" That would be great.
I'm saying if you need a reference on the fly, you've got the man there to help you. That's all I'm saying.
Did you not see what Scribes just said about his brain being useless?
Can somebody also get a clip of Heinze saying, that Finn can say, tell you where to put it? Because that's just perfect.
Oh, I'm
choice
sure
of words.
YouTube will get it. YouTube's all good about clipping stuff, man. We've got so much material that we haven't even.
Finn
touched the
always
surface.
knows where to put it.
Uh,
That's what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh. All right, Nathan H. I'm gonna give this to everybody. This is a good one. Question: which streamers do you watch when you have questions about the game or you want to learn more? Now, I'll answer first, and I'll let everybody a second to think. I watch a ton of streamers. Either one, I'm supporting them, especially the newer ones, or I'm on their stream. So I'm always like on other streams now on Twitch and other things, or I'm just supporting them. But for knowledge of the game, I mean, good Lord, between the community I'm in and MC, like I'm oversaturated with like knowledge that usually if I have a really tough question, I just go read chat, especially for anything new that just come out, and I've already got like 9,000 essays on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. We'll start with Scribe and just work our way around. Scribe, anybody in particular?
No, to be honest, I usually watch channels more for enjoyment and entertainment rather than knowledge.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you, Ranger. Like, as far as if you want to figure out how to do something, jump in one of the big Discord channels. Like, jump in the RSG Discord channel and say, "Hey guys, anybody know how to do this?"
Oh.
And you'll just get deluge of information.
Yeah, I know,
Be like,
just
this is how I did it.
Uh-huh.
And about 12,000 answers. It's definitely more about volume. There's always more people that play the game at a higher level than there are YouTubers that do videos on it.
Yep.
Find yourself a good community. Go on Reddit. Find some good Discord channels. That's the best way to get knowledge.
What about you, Heinze?
I guess it depends on what you're looking for in regard to the knowledge that you're after. Any large community, will have a wealth of knowledge for you anyway. All you need to do is ask. If you're not sure, ask someone as you said, go to RSG. If they don't know, they'll find someone that does know or point you in the right direction anyway, because everyone wants to help everyone. That's the beauty of this community. It really is. And it's a vital resource for our game. Again, if we're looking for something when it comes to raids, Skelturix has been magnificent over the years with what he's brought to the table. Very, very well respected. Operation Metaverse, of course, our boy Gom here does some fine work, guys. Certainly he's one that we keep an eye on as well for all the important stuff. So again, it probably comes down to what you're looking for. But yeah, first port of call is definitely your community. And if you're not in one, I'd highly recommend it because the knowledge there is magnificent.
Gone?
You guys, man, before I started joining you guys here, I mean, Jedi Academy is probably my favorite stream all week because it was just nothing but questions and information, and it's a good stream.
Well,
you try. Guys, Loki here is kind of an untapped little pool of knowledge. You guys don't ask him enough questions. I do like, for really, really in-game competitive stuff, I do like watching the Gambit podcast guys, Zareth and Solo Base do their stream, but I think they've got some others that do it as well. Like Klesso is a really, really good player. I like to watch his videos and stuff. It's something. Skeltrix was a great one. Whoever set him for raids, I mean, he did the best raid content. McMole, actually, when he used to stream and then when he used to be, active, he had some really, really good raid stuff. So if you guys are newer players and you're getting to the tank raid, you're getting maybe to the Sith raid for the first time, I do suggest going back and watching some of his videos. They're dated, but the raid's still the same. The raid hasn't changed since he made those videos. So that's another good pool of information. So there's hundreds of people. Everyone's got their own niche. And yeah, just you got to find the right one for you, find the right community. Reddit, if you have a, profanity, if you have a nice filter, mental filter, Reddit's got great information, but it's got a bunch of nonsense too. So,
there's a lot of hate on Reddit as well. If you can filter through all the negativity, there's also a lot of knowledge to be found. So
lots of spreadsheets and stuff like that are super useful. There's a couple Discord servers. There's like a Discord server exclusively for all the spreadsheet collecting. Like everyone just posts their spreadsheets there. That one's pretty helpful. So yeah, stuff's out there. You just got to look for it every once in a while.
All right, Loki.
I agree with what everybody said. The only thing I'll add is, possibly look into getting into like an active guild, because that's another resource. And that's a huge resource because that's going to dictate how your basically your play style is going to go. Because if you have a really active guild, a really focused guild, if you're fortunate enough to be in a super high GP guild and they'll take you in to kind of ride the coattails, take that opportunity to do that. You can contribute. I mean, a lot, getting into a big guild, it's not about your player GP. I mean, a lot of it is like these big guilds need help with guild management, or maybe you have skills in managing certain parts of the PvE content and other game modes. So, put yourself out there, say, hey, I need to, grow my GP and grow with a guild and a community, and I can offer this to the guild. So that's just another opportunity I see a lot of other players are doing. You'll see like the higher end guilds with some of the lower GP players, but maybe they're in there to help manage the guild because their management skills are really good. And doing that then, helps you, and then you can talk with them and kind of set your path and go that way, and help you out with all the events and stuff.
All right. Well said by everyone. Darsign 1972 question, and this is for everybody, so we'll give everybody's thoughts. We'll just start from you, Scribe, and work our way around. Darsign 1972 question for the panel: pleasantly surprised CG didn't give us a dick punch for the last Galactic Legend loop requirements. Has CG actually listened to us or showed us mercy?
Maybe that's a bit of a stretch to say he showed mercy, but
they are
could
listening.
have been a lot worse. They are. I would say, give them credit where it's due. The changes to GC rewards and the requirements for GL Luke in particular, they could have been a lot worse, a lot harsher. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like you said, the dick punch that many of us were expecting, like R7 Lobot, R7 Chief Chirper or Wicket. So yeah,
Yeah.
I still think the PALP requirements are trash and don't benefit your roster overall. But
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Anybody else thoughts on this?
Could have been worse. I think we all agree with that. Straight
Oh
up.
yes.
But don't forget, guys. Just because you got the requirements doesn't mean you're going to get the shards. We haven't even seen the battles yet. We don't know what the missions are. We don't know how we're even going to farm tickets and stuff. Obviously, we're expecting the ticket grind again. So yeah, don't think like last time we thought we were done once we actually had all the boxes ticked, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the job's done yet. You know that. We've all seen that. So
Yeah, that's what she
be
said.
cautious.
I'll say this. I was pleasantly surprised, and what I was really pleasantly surprised with, I was really pissed when they put Jedi Knight Luke in there, and I still think it's kind of a dick move. However, not as much, because they took characters that were part of Jedi Knight Luke and made them as part of the prerequisites for Jedi Master Luke. So if you work toward Rey and Luke, you're going to have some pieces automatically now for Jedi Master Luke. And I was like, you know what? Okay. I don't like it, but it's cool. You know,
Yeah.
so that was what really surprised me. And then the Palpatine stuff, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of crap in there, but it's not that hard. I mean, you just farm that stuff.
And
those are easy characters
that's
to get. You know, especially this on the Luke tide too. Leia, Biggs, Wedge, those are easy characters to get. I mean, I was
they don't need Kairos. Everyone forgets that. You know, they don't need Kairos to
No.
farm. They're all original teams and characters that don't have Kairos in them. So just with that alone, they're an easier farm without the Kairo grind, just to
Yeah.
start with.
Yeah. Anybody else thoughts? Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Next question from Meow Meow. Question for Smudge. What is your favorite flavor of treats?
Smudgy, he likes the tuna and the duck dreamies.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a big fan of both of those.
All right.
Then again, he also eats fluff, so I'm not sure if his palate is quite up there.
Okay. Darsign 1972 question. This is going to go to you, Heinzie, because this is kind of tailor-made for you. From Darsign 1972, can someone give me a brief update on what the ship raid rumor is that is going around? I must have missed it. I know you know intimate knowledge about
so we
this.
talked about this on Rogue Actions the other day, that we got quite credible information that the testers were working on a new raid, which I'm, even if it's a thought, which is something that's completely been off the radar up until now, I'm thrilled about even the concept of getting back to a raid. We need one desperately. We really do. There was talk that they were testing the ship component of that particular raid, was what our information was from our friend that was on the Gridsy session last week, Fulbright from Shadowlands, came up with that information. But I hope it's true. We need a raid badly. I want to get something to get my guild unified and working together at the moment. It's something that is sorely lacking, because the Sith raid, the one that we did about a few hours ago, just completed, and 26 people maxed it with solo colos.
Yeah.
Good luck getting top 10 rewards.
Just sim it. I mean, no point.
Both had and I think Heroic Sith at this point should be simmed. I just did.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, tank needs to go to the way of the sim. It's a dead raid. I mean,
In both.
Sith raid is more or less dead at this point, but definitely sim the tank at least.
Well, yeah, at least the tank, right? All right. Next question. We're going to go to you, Gum, on this. One Strong Miss this question. What is going to happen in shard chats when everyone has a galactic legend?
What is going to happen to shard chats?
Yeah. Once everybody finally gets a galactic legend. Nothing much different than it was before, I don't think.
It depends on how nice your shard chat is. I mean,
Sure.
some people might put in a different team. I don't know if you guys do that for each other, but that will cease. You don't have to do that anymore.
Mhm.
I don't think anything will change. It's no different than when Darth Meta was or Darth Revan came.
Darth Meta? Lord of the meta, the dark side.
If you're on a good shard chat, we talked earlier about how to, for information. Sometimes shard chats can be a great pool of information. Like, you can physically talk to the people that are playing your team. What's good, what's bad. How can I any more like yours, such and such. So
Oh yeah, that happens in my Shark chat all the time where people are like, "Hey, can you put this team in so I can practice my counters for Rey or Kylo or, and can you? This is my counter team. Can you run your team on offense against it?" I mean, I see that in my Shark chat all the time. Anybody else on this question?
Hell yeah, 100%. Like I think a lot of the time shard chats get a bad rap because people like to refer to them as shard mafias and they see them as exclusionary and like trying to somehow restrict other people from climbing. That's not the case in my shard chat. My shard chat is very much a case of, oh, hey, you joined in the top 20. Welcome to the shard chat. This is people's payouts. Try not to hit each other. It's all friendly. It's all friendly. Then nobody's there to try and stop anybody from climbing unless there's like somebody who's deliberately trying to be disruptive and is deliberately sniping other people at payout. And whenever that's happened, we've always been a case of, we reach out to that person and say, hey, do you want to join the shard chat? Just jump on Discord. Here's the link. This is our rule. Don't hit someone who's climbing in a 2-hour slot. That's it. That's all the requirements. I don't think that's fundamentally going to change when everybody gets GLs.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a busier environment. That's all it's going to be.
Okay. Next question will go to you, Loki. Qui-Gon Jinn. Well, glad to have you here, Qui-Gon. Question says, I'm building a Mon Mothma team. I'm relicking Biston, Scarab, Rubber Pathfinder, Wedge Biggs. Who else can I relic to maximize the team? Who should I replace?
I mean, Pow is going to be the one, right? He's kind of key to that team.
I got the power.
So yeah, I mean, that would be... How many tunes was that, though? He's already said 5 tunes, right?
Well, he said Biston, SRP, Wedge, and Biggs. So I think with Mon Mothma, that's the team. Would you replace anyone or make any changes?
Yeah, you just got to slide Pow into that team, and then I think you're... So, I mean,
Take out
maybe
Biston
drop
for that.
Wedge.
Yeah, I take Biston and put Powell in.
And, yeah...
Or Biston, I'm sorry. Yeah, so drop Biston. I mean, you need Biston anyway, just for the Y-Wing. If... with this new ship thing for Grand Arena. So he's not bad to farm either still, but yeah, ultimately you want Pow in there for Biston.
Okay.
And then that's your team.
There you go. All right, question for everybody from Obi-John72. Question, what's your favorite pie? I like chocolate silk pie. Describe what pie is your favorite.
Favorite pie? Probably apple crumble.
There you go. Heinzie, favorite pie?
Just like the movie, man. Warm apple pie.
All right. Loki.
I'm going to say key lime pie.
Okay. And then moonshine.
Is that me?
No, that's you. When I say moonshine, I mean you.
If cobbler counts as pie, I'm going to go with peach
I will count that as a pie, yes.
Peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler, there you go. All right, starting at the top again. Let's go back to Scribe. Nathan H. questions: somehow my standard GG squad is consistently stopping people in GAC. Do you recommend relicking B2, or is he fine at gear 12?
I think that's a case of priorities. My B2 is not relicked. He's G12.5. He's got all the pieces apart from the finisher. If he's getting holds, then don't. No. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right. Anybody else thoughts? Okay, moving on. Next question for Mr. Preloader. Golateg, welcome to the Jedi Academy. Says question: what is the best Mon Mothma team for defense? And then what is the poor man's version of that? Ooh, we're getting a poor man's version and the best version. What do you got there?
Well, I think Loki's obviously followed the ultimate option off the bat. So Mon Mothma. Again, the Pow, Biston makes sense. Scarif, Rebel Pathfinder. They work quite well, as we know. And Chase is certainly an option in there as well if you want to mix and match depending on what your roster is.
So I was thinking I was going to run. Let's see what you think about this. I was thinking about running Biggs, Wedge, and then Chase along with Mon Mothma. What do you guys think of that team?
One that I've seen kicking around as well that works okay because you get the 2 meter boost as well. If you've got it and you've done Hoth uses Hoth Rebel Scout is a good fit in there as well.
Okay.
Apparently he's the meta for that that
You get the turn meter boost there, like Scarif used to have. So it's something certainly that I'll be looking at. If you've done Hoth for some time, you would have him at Gear 11 or Gear 12 already for the Hoth events back then. So that's certainly a good fit too.
Okay. Good stuff.
It sucks you got to do him, but I would consider Mon Mothma and Scout kind of married, like like dual synergy sort of like how you view Biggs and Wedge. Like Scout will always be paired with Mon Mothma for me. He's pretty awesome on that team. He's pretty good. So,
and then you want to add Cara Dune. Was probably that's like the end game. The end game Mon Mothma, I think, is Pow, Scout, Cara Dune, and then the fifth, whoever it is. At that point, I don't even think the fifth matters. But if you got that core team of Scout, Pow, and Cara, I think you're good.
That would be such an annoying team to face.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I got caught out against it a little while ago. Went in and just got ripped with. If they're modded really fast, you just don't get a turn. It's disgusting.
All right. Next we have a word Heinze. You know they're coming, Heinze. Darson 1972 question for Heinze: who would win in a fight between you and Crocodile Dundee?
Depends if he's got the knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
That's a knife. That's a knife. No, it's fine. No, I'd kick his ass.
And then Nathan H says, question for the panel, but we'll go with you, Heinze. How have you modded your gas and why?
Oh, crap. That's a good question. Let me see here how I've got him. Let me see here. I've got gas with, let's see here, offense set and 4 by offense, and I've got defense in there. Let me see what my stats are on him. 96 protection, 65 health, 219 speed, so low speed. Damage, 8 point, almost 90k damage, 7.2 special damage. Again, I know there's a lot better mods out there than what I've got, but that's what I've got him on at the moment. And he breaks heads, just breaks heads.
Yeah, I can tell you what mine is. I think I'm like around 200,000 in total protection and health. Tons of offense. I mean, I've got a mod set. Offense set, but it's mainly primary is protection, offense on the square, and then offense and protection secondary. So I want him to hit hard, counter, and take a hit and hit hard when he counters. So that's kind of how I have him. And I think mine's at 248 speed. It's not about the speed. It's just the mods that I use had some decent speed on them.
All right.
Go ahead.
There. I've got like about 110k protection, which isn't massive, but I've got an offense set, and I'd recommend that over crit damage because like Gas does a lot of counters, but he can't crit when he's attacking out a turn. So go offense for more reliable damage.
Yep.
I've got his offense at 9,000 with a crit damage triangle. Just decent protection, lots of offense, crit damage triangle. Go have fun.
There you go. Nathan H, we're going to Gom. Speaking of gas, he says, question, what is your favorite counter to gas? I would not currently win a mirror match.
My favorite is
non-mirror.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Non-mirror match. What do you think?
Boss lead, Watts, make sure Bosk is guarded, which can be tough. And then, but you use Bosk lead, Watts, Han, Chewie, and Vandor Chewbacca.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Now, what if you're using Want for like a Galactic Legend counter? What would you do then?
Then probably, it depends. Probably CLS, Han, Chewie, 3PO, and then maybe like Old Ben or Kara. But that's more of like a soft counter. Or you could use Padme.
Padme's pretty solid against it.
Yeah, Padme's good too. But Padme and CLS, unless you practice, I wouldn't just dive in there head first. Like I would. If you have to fall a little bit in arena to get gassed in, I would practice a few times. Maybe use, 4 or 5 battles and just refresh for your payout to practice because it can be tricky. So.
All right. Next question, Nathan H. Well, first one for you, Loki's question: is Suri a suffix title for Loki, or a sufficient title for Loki? Wouldn't God of the Hall Tables be better, or Trickster? What do you think, Loki?
Yes.
Okay. Great insight from good old Loki. All right, here's the other one for you there, Loki. Question from Nathan H. Question: Lobot gets no love. How could CG improve the half man, half robot, all cybernetic style?
Give him synergy with Chupio. Make him light side droid support rebel thing.
Rebel thing.
And it could be interesting. I don't know. They could do a lot with him. But yeah, I mean, he definitely hasn't had love for 5 years, so I wouldn't expect it coming anytime soon. But you got enough rebel droids now to where you can actually make a decent team with them, and maybe it's like a Mon Mothma kind of deal where he's just like a straight support character and he calls all the droids and he heals all the droids and he revives them, you know. So it'd be kind of neat. It's like a Wat Tambor light side version, you know. That'd be kind of neat.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, so we'll pass top the hour now, guys. We're not going to get to all the questions. I mean, we are getting inundated with questions today, so I'll try to get through all we can. There's going to be a cutoff. Cool thing is, if we don't get your question, you can come join our Discord. You can message us. There's all kinds of ways you can get in touch with us when there's questions and stuff. As a programming note, tonight at 8 p.m. we will have our Wild Mount campaign D&D on Twitch here on RSG. If you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us as we play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Critical Role campaign of Wild Mount. So that'll be a lot of fun. And the last thing is, we got like 100 people watching, only 34 likes. Can we get a thumbs up, please? Can we get some love on the thumbs up? Yee. Yee. All right, back into the nonsense. Who did we just do? Loki? I think we're back up to the top here. Give me a second. All right. N.R. Wilson question for you, Scribe. Question: will Galactic Legend Kenobi require Cam? I'm betting he will. Oh boy, we're already started about Galactic Legend. Goddamn no!
But this is speculation within speculation.
I mean,
speculationception. If they wanted to be complete arseholes about it, absolutely. That large forehead will be rearing its ugly head.
Sure, that's science.
Why not?
That would be brutal. Cam for a Galactic Legend Kenobi. Ooh. Ooh.
Maybe Cam will actually be useful in an under Galactic Legend Kenobi. That would be nice.
Yeah. All right. Fun question. We're going to you next, Heinze. Nathan H's question for Heinze. Just going to you, man. How would you introduce the Ewok glider into the game?
Give him resistance or first order synergy? I don't know.
Ewok gliders in space.
Yeah. Look, however the hell you want, just get him in. Get him in the game. We've got crazier things in here at the moment, so what the hell not?
Oh, God. All right, and let's get a serious question. More serious question to the Ewok glider. Wolf Felsa's question: has CG turned into as capital gains turned into too much of a horde game? Everyone should have a goal that's reachable in 3 to 6 months, or it takes the fun out of it. Now it seems that it is 9 months to a year. What do you think there, Heinze?
Okay. The Galactic Legends are obviously they're the focus grind and the focus farm. I always tell my guys in my guild, and they do this anyway, is to have a passion project on the side. So just, if you get some extra gear left over or something that, you're not going to use anywhere else, drop it on those characters and just slowly farm them. And that way you're working on something else that you actually want to work on. Because the grinds for these Galactic Legends are enormous. There's no doubt about that, especially Ray and Kylo. We've been through it all, guys. And I think everyone on the panel will agree. It's just a grind and a half. It really is. So to have some sort of a passion project, like, as I said, I was about to do Troopers, and I'm going to go back to them as soon as I finish these other two guys. And it's easier now that, we've got Stark and Veers. Obviously, we need to farm as part of the requirements. So, I'll be going back and getting that pimp trooper up and running and, stuff like that when I'm done. So have a passion project always.
All right. Next question to you, Gom, from Ice House Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And they say, question for Gom. Where do you realistically see a relic Princess Leia fitting? I like to fit with Leia all
Well, that's kind of the problem with her. Like somebody, she's great. I think you guys are going to really be impressed with Relic Leia. She's very good, but she's just not better than Han, Chewie, or she's just kind of there. If you guys really go all in on the Rebel fleet, and let's say you got like a Gear 13 Jyn, she goes really well with like Jyn Erso lead, because she's constantly spamming the crit chance up. And even if she hits it all 3 times, that's 3 procs of the protection regeneration under Jyn. So she can be pretty good. You know, like kind of like Jyn, Princess Leia, and 3PO, or is an offensive 3 versus 3 team for me, because you will melt some teams as long as, like, you know, kind of a B offense team. She's very good with Jyn. That's really about. I mean, everybody just the other rebels are just better. Like Han and Chewie are always going to be your go-to on a, you know, and so, you know, that's more to come. More to come, I guess.
There you go.
Can I ask, Gom? Can I just quickly ask, if you don't mind, would you like to see Rolo and, you know, like the Hoth brothers, some sort of a touch-up synergy later on down the track so that they could be more usable?
I think Leia could definitely use a touch-up. It's been a long time.
I'll touch her up.
And we'll see at the end of the day, you know, maybe people put together initial Mon Mothma teams, and in 3-4 months we find out that something's different. And then all of a sudden you've got, like, you know, you've got this pal that you don't really know what to use. You know, you get Jyn, you got Biston, you have all these leftover rebels. Rolo. I mean, maybe she belongs on the Rolo team with old, like, mustache Lando now. You know, maybe you guys can make a cool team out of that. I haven't tried that much. We're all going to have Gear or Relic 3 Widge and Biggs now. So there's all sorts of new teams to put together. Who knows? Maybe the Danger Zone team comes back. You guys go lay on her.
Danger Zone. All right. Next question for Loki. Nathan H says, question, who would you use cleanup for against Ewoks in GSC or TW? Nub.
What were the Ewoks good for? Oh, it was like solo GG or something like that. Yeah. So a solo General Grievous team, if you left them up, or maybe there's 2 of them. Other than that, I mean, it's you could try Malik solo. I think that works too. To use your Ewoks.
Mm-hmm.
You can sorry, jump in here, Loki. They work out quite well against Old Republic as well. If you can get the daisies to land with Logray.
Yeah. I haven't seen Old Republic on defense for a long time, so
Yeah.
I've been seeing them switch up the throw Zalbar on another team. But I would figure any of those teams where it's kind of like a cleanup to a timeout team or something like that. Like maybe you timed out and you only took out 1 or 2 characters. The Ewoks are just good against those tanky kind of timeout. I don't know if the Ewoks can take out Nest, but you know, they can definitely take out Malik if your RNG's right and you're you know, taking his turn meter away and dazing him. They can definitely take out like Malik, because I've done that. But that's what they're pretty much good for is a good cleanup to like a timeout, like tanky, something to, or a tank that heals a bunch. It's something like that where you know, you can disrupt the turn meter, daze them, and then just go in for the big kill with the assist and all that.
All right. Back to the top question from Nightmare. For you, Scribe. It says, question for Scribs. A little nervous to tell you, but that is one impressive mustache you got. The last person I complimented on their mustache, well, she's not my friend anymore. Just throwing it out there.
Thank you, Nightmare. I appreciate all compliments. All compliments.
All right, and then a real question is Nathan H's question: which faction is the greatest need for rework? Yub Dub Utini, that's what he said. Which faction do you think needs the most love right now?
Tuskens. Like, they don't even have a full team. There's 4 of them, and they're trash. So, sort it out. That might bring Urzatron back.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it will.
I gotta say though, what's funny is I ran into in 3v3. I ran into a Tusken team that was like all R7 with a really fast. It basically all they did was you get that big shot from I forgot who does the big shot or does the call to assist, but that's basically the team, and that big shot will one hit KO one of your dudes if you underestimate it. So I mean, 3v3s are actually quite funny to see go.
Did it catch you out, Loki?
I'm sorry?
Did it catch you out? Did you lose to it?
I did actually. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got to look at you look at their mods and there's some crazy R7 Tusken 3v3 teams out there. You got to watch out for. So it's hilarious.
Can I just add to that as well? Can I just quickly add?
No.
Sorry, don't mean to butt in. But right now in my GAC, in my guild, I have my boy JLox Jedi. He has a Kira lead nest and the 3 Relic 7 Tuskens sitting there, and they consistently get holds in TW every time. Without fail.
Howling fan. All right, next question. We'll go to you, Heinze, and it's kind of a question for Gom, Heinze, and Loki, but we'll start with you, Heinze, and then we'll get you a serious question. Nightmare says, question for Gom, Heinze, and Loki, which is the more badass female character? Ellen Ripley, Sarah Connors, or Princess Leia? I know what me and Scribe said. We've already been asked this. Sarah Connor, Ellen Ripley, or Princess Leia, pick one!
She's magnificent, Sarah Connor. She's qualities. Princess Leia, a damn close second. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Ripley, the bald head at the end, probably doesn't yank my grain too much.
Yeah, but her in Aliens, where she goes in solo and tears apart that nest.
Yeah, I get that, but no, Sarah Connor.
Fought
Sarah Connor
the
for me.
Queen.
Mm.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Sarah Connor for me. But Princess Leia. Fine second, but then again, we're all Star Wars people here, so we're probably biased on that.
No, me and Scribe went with Ellen.
But you put any of them in the octagon with Sarah Connor, she's going to kick the shit out of both of them.
That's true.
Yep.
That's a good point.
No chance.
She is a little mental.
Yeah.
Saw her in the psych ward. She was put there for a reason, guys. She ripped them all a new one.
All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, yikes. Good question. I had to think about it.
Yeah. So here's your serious question from Nathan H. Says, question, what game or contest, Heinze, would you like to see as a replacement for Rock, Scissors, Paper? Would you like to see Battleship or Go Fish for me?
Anything. All of the above.
How about
anything?
Neither.
Yeah, that too. Rock, Paper, Scissors can go and get stuffed. Not a fan of that. I have a feeling we're probably going to see it again in some way, shape, or form, unfortunately. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'm not thrilled about if it is in the next wave of Galactic Legends, certainly.
All right. Next question to you, Gom. What is the ideal Jedi Knight Luke team to run in light side GOTB?
I'm still feeling with that myself, but it depends
Luke,
on your
baby. Luke, baby. It's Luke. It's Luke,
if
baby.
you guys are in a position to go for both of those Jedi missions, and it's a little different. If you guys are a smaller guild and just going, maybe like the 15 to 21-ish star range, you guys probably just need to compose one Jedi team and get the most out of one instead of 1-on-4 on both. I do like Luke lead. You can use Hermit Yoda. It depends. I mean, you're probably not going to have your Padme characters available, but it's just basically a combo of the Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan team is what I use. I use Luke lead. I think I use Jolie, Hermit Yoda, Bastila, and then who's the old Ben if he's available as an option. Just really not the Jedi guy. Where's Adastra?
Well, she's not here, so you have to answer the question. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I mean, I get 4-4 with that team.
Yeah,
but they're relic and they have good mods on them though. So I mean, I can't say that's a good team if you have like Gear 12 Bastila. I can't promise the outcome. You definitely need a Relic Jolie, I think, for TB. Like at least Relic 3. That way he can withstand some of the hits. Because if you have a Gear 12 Jolie, he just melts. And be sure to put Tenacity on him for the crit avoidance. Yeah, I'm sure that was a terrible answer. I apologize.
Yeah, you fell. Let's see here. God. Here's a fun question, Loki. Let's get your thoughts. And anyone else wants to jump in? Nightmare, I guess he's all about the hot women today. He says, hottest female cartoon character, Loki. Black Widow, Mystique, an Arrow from Little Mermaid, or Jessica Rabbit?
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Oh.
I mean, I'm old school, man. I'm going to pick Jessica Rabbit.
I'm going Black Widow. Anybody else?
What's her name? What's her name from Cool World? I like her, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
Rabbit,
oh, my God. Cool World. Oh,
God,
yeah.
I haven't thought about that movie in ages, man. Jesus.
I'm I'm not picky. I'm going to say all of the above.
Okay.
Anyone that'll have me.
Saying.
Just saying. Not saying, just saying. All right, but let's get a real question. Early speculation for the anniversary goodies coming up in November. What do you think, Loki? And then we'll throw it out to everybody else.
Oh man,
We know,
Chewy
3 Chewy shards. We know that's going to happen.
I don't know, man. I mean, they've kind of they've already announced what's coming, so then it's kind of like there isn't really a surprise at this point. Because I mean, they could just give us Zetas again. They could give us the percentage off of crystal packs. But I don't know. SWGOH hasn't really. They haven't been given, any free stuff like other than galactic challenges that has free stuff, but you got to do something, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'll go out on a limb and maybe some Mando stuff. I don't know. Though maybe they'll throw some Mando characters in celebration of the the new season that's launching. Who knows? Because they already announced the Galactic Legends, so I don't know what's left. For the calendar year. Maybe the ship raid. I don't know. Maybe they give us ship shards or something like that later. But that would be my speculation.
All right. Back up to Scribe. Here we go. T-Lamed92 with a question, and this is about GAC. And he says, do you think they should increase the amount of teams on D with the emergence of more teams in the game?
I think what they need to do is cut out the higher tiers, higher divisions, separate that out, because that's dumb at the moment. Was it 4.5 mil and above when you've got like 9 mil GP players? They need to separate that out. People at Rangers end of the GP bracket need to have more teams for defense, because Rangers always got teams to just throw for days. And it's not really a case of will I clear? It's a case of how many teams will I use, if I do happen to fail. If he had more to place on defense at that higher bracket, it'd probably make it more engaging and matter more. So yes, I do think we should require more teams, but I think it needs to be at the higher end of the GP bracket.
I agree.
Because I struggle at 4 million filling out all those zones. I'm placing trash on some defense sections, and I still struggle to full clear. And maybe I'm just bad.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, thanks, Ranger. You got my back.
No, I lied. You suck. I'm messing with you.
Fine.
What else? Any 3 question isn't Finn all a non-lethal area? He's mostly Twinkies, right? Yeah, that's science. All right. Let's see here. Darsign 1972. We're going to Heinze next. Question for Heinze. It's not really a question. He says, I give you a hard time, but in all seriousness, you're a superstar. Keep up the awesome streams, my friend.
Oh, that's lovely. At least someone out there loves me. They really, really love me.
No, they don't.
Fair enough.
But here's the we just did that one. Okay, here we go. From Death Trooper to you, Heinze. Question: what is his best counter to beat the Geonosian team? Because I can't beat them.
Your Treya?
Yeah, Dark Trey is Silent Nihilus.
Dark Treya, Silent Nihilus,
Sith
and
Trooper,
then
have another
Sith
tank
Empire
in
Trooper, and then chuck in a taunting tank as well. So, for instance, I use sometimes Baze. Works really, really well there too as a 5th, just so Spy keeps hitting those tanks and doesn't go anywhere near Nihilus.
Yeah. If Nihilus, if they can't get to your Nihilus, I mean, they're going to be in big trouble, because he's going to
get Treya if you can, and just isolate at least the Brute or GBA if you can, and then just
once
GBA.
Nihilus, once he gets rid of GBA, it's over.
Once GBA is gone, all of those extra assists just stop. So if you can basically chuck Pain from Scion across everyone as soon as possible under the team, the middle ability, throw the Pain around the place, they just drain themselves down to the point that you can just get them in striking distance. They go down into the red immediately.
All right, next question to Gon from Death Trooper again. This is question: I just need 1 more gear to get Asajj up to gear 13. Should I save up crystals to get the 1 gear for 5,600, or should I just get the gear 1 at a time?
Say that again? Like he's wanting to spend crystals for a full piece?
Yeah, 5,600 piece. Or should he just get the gear 1 piece at a time? I think
I would just get the gear 1 piece at a time. Yeah. I don't know what's your. I mean, no, I wouldn't buy that piece. You talking about like for the weekly shipments for? Yeah,
that's in the they've got those 3 pieces for each one of the finisher pieces. That are like the starts to the right side that are like 5,600. I've only ever done that when it's like an event and I'm like I need 1 or 2 pieces to get ready for the event, and that's whaling. So no, I don't know how you feel, Gone, but no.
No, the only scenario that I would possibly see that is if you need Yoda, you need Wampa, you're super far backed up on get one.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you can just buy the left side pieces. Like you can just buy the components.
Damn near 3 of them for 5,600 crystals, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. Don't do that
unless you're finishing off something like, say, it's one you need a piece or 2 just to start getting your Kylo Ren farm going. Sure, if you want to spend, but other than that, just take your time.
Coming from someone that has purchased those pieces in the past,
yes,
immediate force.
Both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Immediately. Ugh.
I know you're just like, oh, like, no, God. But sometimes when you're in that circumstances, I didn't mind it so much, especially the pieces that require the furnaces. When I was doing Kylo Ren, I was like, Jesus Christ, how many gold furnaces do I need? God dang. And I was at the end, I'm like, I'm just getting a couple of these. I can't. I'm gonna lose my mind. All right, next question will go to Sir Loki. From Nightmare question, with a lot of the new galactic requirements being pilots, do you think that this is CG's way of secretly preparing players for the new raid? Ooh, we'll throw this out to everybody. But Loki, what do you think?
Yeah, they could. It just depends on, how are they gonna put Supreme Leader Kylo under control so he doesn't solo the next raid.
Mm-hmm.
And they rightfully can. They made Rey pretty much useless in the Heroic Sith raid, so
she's not useless. She can get a really good score, but she's not doing what Kylo Ren does.
I can't get her to even get a decent score.
No,
man.
use her in Phase 4, man. I kicked some ass because you just build up your protection, right? With the right characters, you just sit there and you can get I cleared Nihilus, San, and got the Traya with her, and got a pretty decent score in Phase 4 because she's just designed for that.
Yeah, I haven't. I tried. There was that infinite loop JTR thing where you get locked out. That kind of sucked. But anyway, I want the next raid to be as hard as light side GOT. That's what I'm looking forward to. If they're gonna do it, we got a bunch of tunes now in our rosters, and a bunch of really good tunes, and you got Kylo. Cool. So they really need to do that. They need to make it hard. And so it can last, that's the problem with the Sith raid right now. It lasted guilds were clearing it the day it came out, right? A couple of days after it came out, and then it's less than a year, and I think we got the solo, or we were having the solo with 4 teams, and that went down to 1 team, right? So it hasn't lasted, and I want that to last.
All right. Fun question for you, Loki. Question: McDonald's or homemade? What do you think about McDonald's or homemade? I don't know what he means by homemade.
Homemade what?
Apple pie.
Oh, apple pie. Ooh. Oh, homemade, man.
No, but the McDonald's apple pie, back in the day when they would deep fry it, because they don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah, for me, McDonald's is not real food, and we all know what happened to me that one time, Loki. That the last time I had McDonald's.
Yeah, I just remember it back in the day, but I mean, McDonald's in general for me now is it doesn't taste the same like it did. So I don't know if it was worse back in the day when we were little kids, or it's worse now, but it doesn't taste the same anymore. So yeah, but yeah, I'd go homemade then at this point.
Yeah, I like homemade apple pie. Zilov Zebra question back up top. I'm really flying through questions here. Zilov Zebra question, and we'll go to you, Scry first. Has anyone got a counter sheet for Galactic Legends counter comps? Need to start taking them down in GC and work the butcher teams out. The 2 that you really need to focus on, Scribe, let's get your thoughts. Vader for Rey with the team comp, and then Luke for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then some other teams. But do you have a counter sheet? Does anybody know? Scribe, what do you think?
No, I don't have a counter sheet. I've got a couple of videos up on my channel about counters to the GLs, such as Vader for Rey. You can use Vader against SLKR as well, but it's leery, and I wouldn't recommend it. You can also use a Traya lead against it with Vader. SLKR, you can also use, like you said, JKL. You can also use the gas 5s counter. I've got video up on that as well. Check them out. Shameless self-plugging constantly. But no, I don't use any sheets per se. There's not like a wealth of non-GL counters, to be honest with you. For these guys, there's only a handful that you can use to counter, so just learn them, I guess, and invest.
All right. Science. Next question for Heinze. Harry Hood 77. Welcome to Jedi Academy. Says question: offense set or critical damage set on Jedi Luke? Which is better? I prefer offense. What do you think, Heinze?
Offense every day of the week. Yeah,
He's another version of gas.
Mine's at like 10k damage or something at the moment, 10 or 11k, something like that. So just as much offense as possible on that guy. You just want him hitting hard over and over and over again.
Especially when you get him ramped up with his basics. Loki, you use that counter very effectively. Your Luke against Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. What are you running on your Luke?
Man, I always forget. Was it Luke and
No, just the mods on Luke.
Oh, on Luke. Yeah, so I use you can use Luke lead. I think when we did them on the stream I was using Jedi Knight Revan lead. I mod Luke different depending if he's in the leader spot or the in the behind another leader. So I think behind Jedi Knight Revan, I put a decent amount of speed on him. So I want to say like maybe 200-ish or so. And then I load him up with offense. Whereas if you're going to use him as a leader, then you want to make him like super slow, right? And then just try to get to like, I don't know what it is, 12K or 13K offense or something like that. But if you're using him behind another leader, then I like to give him decent speed. And then his offense probably around like 11 to 12K is what I'm thinking. And then crit damage triangle offense set. I think you're good.
All right. Neo Venom, question for everyone. What would your reaction be if you encountered all 4 Galactic Legends on defense? I'm going to win because I'll put 2 down and then go rocking and rolling. We'll clear 2 of them and it's like, I win. I don't know. That's going to be nuts, especially in TW. I'm not looking forward to TW anymore. Especially with where we're at. I know you guys are kind of in the same boat.
I'm not looking for the GAC, man, if you see all 4 of them.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Nuts. That's bananas crazy.
If I saw all 4, I would cry. Like, there's no way.
I'm going to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see him.
Yeah, I'm going to see him too.
It's going to happen. And
I
again,
really hope I don't, not at 4 mil. I hope I don't see 4 GLs on defense.
It's going to come down to your strategy as to whether you put, like Ranger said, it's going to come down to whether you put 2 down or not. If there's a wall of 4 there, and he has consistently done it in his GSC history, well, you might hang on to your 4 and just try and clear him and go for efficiency and try and load him up, your defense for something stronger.
Well, I think...
Or play the attrition more and chuck 4 versus 4 and see who can clear anything,
Yeah, I would see, but my counter would be you put 2 of your own down, and then you take 2 Galactic Legends against 2 of the Galactic Legends, and then you also have your 2 counters, like for Rey or Kylo. Yeah. So I know I can do 2 counters, and then use my other 2 Galactic Legends to clear the other ones, and then clear the rest of the board with whatever I got left. So it should be. Yeah. But that's still not going to be fun.
No, it's going to suck because
you have a stubborn off. You want to place 4? I'll place 4 too.
Yeah.
Let's see who beats one team.
Well, that's right. It's going to be a war of attrition, isn't it? It really is. And we see that from time to time now. It's just going to be 2 more on the board instead.
Yeah, I think
we don't know what the kits are yet, so I have to wait and see.
Really bust out of the gates, guys. If you're really high GP, look for counters for Luke and Palpatine immediately. That'll give you a huge edge if you can place yours, and they're not comfortable beating it without theirs. Then that gives you a huge edge.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I think it's cool, but I like that sort of thing. TW, there's gonna be a lot of that, especially up in like our range where we're at. There's gonna be a lot of 3 and 4.
Nonsense.
So we'll see. And then one's probably gonna be better at taking out. Like, probably Kylo probably has a chance. I have no idea the kits of these 2, but Kylo probably could beat them both for 49 banners. So just we'll see.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of videos. There'll be plenty of information and resources coming through in time once they're up and running. That's a good thing.
All right, Sty question. Who is everyone's favorite non-Twitch streamer? Sasha Grey doesn't count. Heinze. YouTuber, basically. Or I guess he clarifies, says, who is everyone's favorite non-SWGOH Twitch streamer? And then again, Sasha Grey doesn't count.
Candyland.
That's SWGOH?
Non-SWGOH. SWGOH and non-SWGOH?
Yeah, let's go
just
SWGOH, non-SWGOH.
Oh man, I'm still loving hers, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was just hanging with him the other day.
Wait for Squadrons. It's gonna start up next week, guys. Party's gonna be rocking in the hall. Huge fan of hers. Again, an inspiration. He was my very first guest on the channel, so I have a lot of respect and love for that man. He's a star. So the hall will be live and kicking, guys. So look out, coming.
Everybody else?
I gotta say hers as well, man. The guy's an entertainer. Like,
but he's on Twitch mainly now. So if this is like non-Twitch streamers, so if you had to pick non-Twitch streamers,
non-Twitch,
non-Twitch, non-SWGOH. I don't even.
You
know
can do SWGOH YouTube if you want, or you can do somebody else. I don't really care.
I'm going to say, because obviously I'm still learning the craft of streaming and stuff like that. There's a guy out there, Harris Heller, Alpha Gaming, got a great channel.
Gaming is awesome.
Absolutely magnificent. If you're looking at streaming or getting into the game, he has some magnificent tips. I'm still learning a lot from that man. So he's a star if you're looking at getting in the streaming game.
I think it depends on what you're looking for. When I'm looking in YouTube, there's a few channels I follow for other games just because I find them entertaining and I like the person that's doing it. I'm a big Lord of the Rings nerd. So I watch Eric Galadurathon, he's the head of the modding team that runs Divide and Conquer for Lord of the Rings, the game. And I really like his channel a lot. He does a lot of lore on Lord of the Rings too, and I think he does a fantastic job. But other channels I watch, like I watch T90 Official, I watch the Anime Rant Cafe on YouTube. Now they're on Twitch too, but I usually wait till they go to YouTube because usually when I'm on Twitch, I'm usually doing stuff with SWGOH stuff now. So I don't usually catch them live. Critical Role, of course, I watch that. So there's a few things that I watch. Anybody else want to mention some names?
I know. I don't play Borderlands much anymore, but I used to like the DPJ guy.
Okay.
He's a big one too, and I liked him because he was big. He was informative. He knew what he was talking about without all the ads. Hey, while you're here, check. Like a lot of the really big YouTubers, they're just like, hey, while I got you, why don't you check out this game real quick? Look at this. Look at these blue micro. There's ads in the middle. This guy's quick to the point. His videos are like 4 minutes long. There's some good ones for Fallout too. I've really gotten back into Fallout 76 since all these patches. If you guys haven't played that game in like a year, I would suggest giving it another try because it's pretty fun now. That's really the only games I play. Those two, Epic 7 and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't really play anything else.
All right.
So it's pretty, yeah.
What about you, Loki?
Sasha Grey. Heinze and I were watching her stream.
No, you weren't.
Very nice.
Pervin her stream.
You're a liar.
Or Kenny, or Mizzy. Sorry.
Well, whatever makes you happy. Good old Maurice with a question. It says, question for Harry Hood. Where do you go when the lights go out? Gom, what's your answer to this since you asked this stupid question?
He asked a question. I was asking him a question.
Did he respond?
I don't know.
So you asked a question and didn't even look for a response.
Yeah. See, yeah. Some people are may know what I'm talking about. Other people probably not.
Ray Rock, what about Among Us, Gom?
That game, like I played it with Mort the other night in the stream. I was super skeptical at first when I loaded it. I had a bunch of jokes, but then it started, and that game is super fun.
Yeah,
game is
it
awesome.
It is.
yeah. It was fun. Me and this guy DX, we killed the whole lot. Nobody ever even brought our names to the table. That was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. No one would think Gom's a murderer.
I'm hooked. If anybody's ever played that game, message me and I'll hop right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's super fun.
Let's see here. I think that's it. Wow, we went through all those questions. Great job, panel. Man, that was a shit ton of questions. I ain't joking, man. That was a lot. So I think we can start wrapping it up, and it's a perfect time. So we're going to get to the part where we allow everybody to pimp their stuff. One thing I would say is they pimp their stuff. Follow these guys. Check out their stuff once they pimp it. they come here on a Saturday to answer your questions, then taking time out of their schedule from what they could be doing. So if you could show them some love, please go check out their channels, watch their videos, give them a thumbs up, follow them on Twitch, do all that fun stuff that validates what they do. It's really important, guys. So everybody that's watching us right now, please do that if you've not already. We'll start with Scribe. Scribe, where can folks check you out at?
Y'all can find me on YouTube, obviously, Scribe Gaming, but I also stream on Twitch, and I got my own Discord channel and Twitter and all that. So if you can find me, a little thumbs up and subscribe and follow would go a long way. Thanks, guys.
Science. Heinzie.
Yeah, man.
Where can folks check that out?
Heinzie, ANZGC, you know where to find me. Twitch and YouTube, not hard to find. So yeah, we'll be doing Rogue Actions as well, I think on Saturday nights. It'll be fun, so we'll crank that up. That'll be crazy. And we'll be I'm actually doing a stream with our boy on it'll be Monday night US time, so Tuesday afternoon, with Cubs on my channel, and also we're going to be grilling a Q&A with our boy Toyota Canada, the mod extraordinaire of every channel known to man. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun doing that next week as well. So come and hang out with us for that one, because there's no GSE on yet until later in the week. So come and hang out with us and check us out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Next Friday I will not be doing the Heinzie stream, because if we're doing the charity stream, I need to get sleep. I'll be in big trouble.
No problem, man.
I'll be in big trouble if that happens, Heinzie. But you can come on the Jedi Academy for this stream, so it'll be fine. Loki is RSG, and just anything you want to mention about Vegas or your harem or anything like that, Loki?
No, man, I had a good time.
Okay, I know you did.
I had a great time.
Yeah, I bet you did.
No, the only thing I wanted to say was, what was that podcast that, hey, Gom, what was that podcast that T-Money was on, the Paw Patrol podcast? So I wanted to maybe pimp that a little bit, because that thing's... Holotable Talk, sorry, yeah. So it's Partic AF and the guys from Paw Patrol. I got to throw them out there, because that podcast is super fun to listen to, and it's they're starting to get some traction, and they're inviting a lot of, like, Remon was on it, T-Money was on it.
If Remon's on, I don't want to listen.
Podcast. It's hilarious, man.
Remon did a great job, man. It was like
thing
about the past, and that's Ramon's specialty, boy. He was spot on that podcast.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he was Godfather back in the day.
Why can't he do that when we're streaming, Gom?
Because he's too busy playing Power Rangers now.
If you guys didn't see this on Monday, we helped Remon get gas, and I was going to kill him, Gom. I was going to literally murder him. In the middle of us working, me and Gom are sitting there on a Monday night helping him try to get gas. In the middle of the gas event, as we're trying to get him to change mods and do different things, he goes on this tangent about fantasy football. I swear I was going to murder him. I was like, just shut up. Come on, just goddamn gas. What are you talking about? Shut up, man. He is the Uncle Rico of SWGOH. You're right, Dommy P. Dom, where can we check you at? Now, we're going to be on your show Thursday this week, Operation Metaverse, hopefully, if T-Money can get her internet working.
There was no stream this week, unfortunately. T-Money just moved, and I had a pretty busy week myself, so we decided not to go on Thursday. We will be back next Thursday with you guys.
Yeah.
Week before, we actually had Heinzie on. That was a great stream.
Yes,
had a good time.
Had a ball. Thank you for that. That was fun. It was an honor.
Time. It went, like you said earlier, you have a more serious stream. We got a more serious side of you there, and it was cool. Had a good time. And then of course you mentioned Ramona's Ob stream.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to go off topic and Ramona about something non-Star Wars related. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes it's time to shut up, Ramona. We want to go to bed.
Yeah. Especially at the end, like, I feel so bad for Maurice, because I know he has to be up at certain times in the morning, and we get right to the end, and I'm like, okay, let's wrap it up, and then Remon will start wrapping up, and then he will go on a tangent for 10 minutes until I God damn, Remon, shut up and end this stream. What is wrong with you, man? For Gon's over there in a coma. I got down in 5 hours.
Giants, man, terrible. Nobody cares. There's no Giants watching the stream except you.
Yeah. You know, this new Star Wars stuff, like, really? You gonna wait till the last minute before we're wrapping up to start doing this? Really? God bless you, Ramon. We love you, brother. All right, and if you're watching this, you're watching Reality Feud Gamers. We do all kinds of streams during the week. The lunch stream, this stream, the longest running live stream in the community on the Wednesday night stream. We also do other streams on Twitch. Finn plays other games, and I play other games. We do State of Survival. We also have D&D, which will be going today and tomorrow. And the big announcement is next Saturday. We're going to get ready, guys. Spread the word. We are going to raise money for the American Cancer Society and kick off our campaign for 2021. So that'll be good. And if you can come out and support us in any way you can, very much appreciate it. If you could donate even $5 toward the cause. ACS does a lot of incredible work out there with helping people that are dealing with cancer at the moment, and also the fight to find a cure. So it's a great organization, and we really feel honored and appreciative of being partnered with them and the stuff that we've been able to accomplish. So please come out next Saturday. You can come see Maurice do some ridiculous dances and a whole bunch of other fun stuff that we will do. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Wildmount campaign with D&D. So we got that to look forward to. And then we'll be back tomorrow, Sunday, for the D&D stream, the Star Wars 5th Edition campaign. So that'll be a lot of fun. So with that, we're going to call this one locked and loaded and ready to go. Last thing I'll say is, guys, coronavirus is still a big thing out there. Do the right shit, seriously. Wash your hands, wash your face, wear your mask. Do your social distancing. We're losing 1,000 people still a day in the U.S. 1,000 plus people a day are dying to coronavirus. So please, guys, do the right thing. Not just for yourself and your family, but for protect others around you. So I think that's it. So everyone have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining us on the Jedi Academy, and we will see you later. Peace out.